Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to make a quick video about Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, I've been playing this game for a little bit now. It's been a lot of fun personally, but there is something that has kind of been upsetting me. Now, I don't want to blow this out of proportion. This really isn't that big of a deal. And I mean, I know that there's been some controversy around the game itself, and to each their own. But this is just my personal opinion on something that I'm really curious as to why the devs did this. And I just kind of want to know what you guys think. So in front of you, I have the Dragon's Dogma 2 box art, right? And this is really what's kind of been bugging me a little bit. And I'm curious if anyone else has figured this out. But the main character in the middle here has just a really awesome armor set. And this is something that I think most players, when they're playing a game and they see a character like this, they just instantly think, I want that armor set. And I know that this is a really big game and there's still a lot to explore, but I really believe that it's impossible to get this armor set, and I'm going to tell you why. So I've been playing the game for a little while now, and I've searched a lot of different places and even have watched a lot of other people's content, and it doesn't seem like this armor set is anywhere in the game. Now, there's armor sets that come close to it, but nothing exactly like it. And even if you go to the Dragon's Dogma 2 wiki page, you can see all the armor that is currently found, but I just assume that this has already been, looked into, that this is everything in the game. And after looking through all of it myself, I wasn't able to find anything that matched the actual armor set. So there are a couple of things that come very similar, and that's what I want to talk about. So if we just look at this armor set right here, it looks so cool, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's in the game. So let's start at the top here with the helmet. Now, if you've been able to find this helmet, please let me know in the comments where you found it, but it doesn't seem like it actually exists. And so I wanted to talk about these two helmets here that are in the game and how they kind of eerily, look a little bit like if you mush them together, they would create this helmet, right? We have the crown piece here. I know it's not a one-for-one exact, but technically, if you took the crown off of that one and you also took the faceplate off of this helmet and put them together, you would get this helmet. Now, again, this helmet could be in the game somewhere, but it's definitely not on the wiki page, and I haven't been able to find it. So this is the best thing that I can assume, is that it's just kind of a mashup of two different pieces. Now, you might be saying right now, like, oh, come on, Brian, that's kind of dumb. This obviously... You're kind of stretching it here, but let me show you this, and I think this will actually convince you of what I'm talking about. So if you look at the character right here and you look at this armor set, you can see that these little red scales that go all the way down with this kind of like skirt here, and even this like metal piece on the side where the hip is exactly the same as this piece right here. So you have the red scales coming down with the skirt and the little side hip piece, right? But the shoulders are completely different, right? The shoulders are not the same, and even the gloves are not the same. So that's a little weird to me. There's also no cape, right? That's kind of a big deal. So there's no cape here. But what is interesting, if we look at this armor set, one, we do have the red cape, all right? But we also have the shoulder pieces right here that are eerily similar, right? They might look a little bit different, but especially when you compare right underneath this red circle over here, if you compare this little piece that's underneath the shoulder, it's the exact same piece that's right here on his left side, right? So that's definitely got to be the same shoulder piece. And then if you look at the gloves here, the gloves are similar too, right? These big bulky gloves with kind of the spikes going up on the sides. That's exactly what you have. So to me, it just seems like the devs took the shoulders and the gloves from this set and plopped it on top of this set for sure. So say what you want about the helmet, but this one, I'm convinced that they definitely puzzle piece this piece together. All right. Next thing is the legs, all right? So this is kind of big. So if we look at these legs here, you can see that these scales go all the way up the legs. And that's what we're seeing here, right? The scales on the legs, they go all the way to the top. But if you look at the bottom where the feet are, the shoes are obviously different, right? There's like a point on the end of these shoes, but there's no point on the end of these shoes. So these shoes are clearly not the same. And even when you start looking up even further, it's like, it's obviously not the same, right? But the scales on the top are. Now, I did find these boots right here that are pretty similar to this set. The only difference is it doesn't have the scales going all the way to the top. So if we look, we do have the same boots, right? You don't have the little hook on the end, and you got the little red kind of dots going all the way down. You even have these red tipped spikes on the knees, right? That are the exact same. So overall, I feel like the devs have just kind of combined different armor pieces together to make this main box art character. And to me, that's just upsetting, right? And I know it's not a deal breaker. It's not going to keep me from playing the game, but it is just something that I wanted to put out there just to kind of question and ask you guys if you've been able to find this specific armor, or maybe if you agree with me that the devs have kind of lied to us a little bit, maybe some false advertisement here. So anyway, I just wanted to put this video out just to hear what you guys think. So leave it in the comments if you think that I'm right and the devs have kind of puzzle pieced some armor pieces together to make the box art character, or if you've been able to find the actual box art armor. Let me know in the comments. I would love to find it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Have a good one. Peace.